Did you know that every 40 seconds someone in the United States has a stroke? A staggering fact, isn't it? It's a reality that underscores the silent but potent threat that strokes pose to our health. But what if I told you, there's a type of stroke that can creep up on you almost undetected? Yes, we're talking about silent strokes. Silent strokes are like undercover agents, sneaking into your life without any dramatic entrance. They quietly do their damage, often going unnoticed until it's too late. The consequences? They can be life-altering, leading to irreversible harm. But there's a silver lining. Early recognition can be a game-changer. It's like having a secret decoder ring that uncovers the hidden signs your body sends out. So if you're ready to arm yourself with life-saving information, stay tuned as we unveil the 10 silent stroke signs you should never ignore. Trust me, this is one video you won't want to skip. The first silent stroke sign that demands our attention is sudden, unexplainable fatigue. We're not talking about the ordinary tiredness you feel after a long day at work. This is a sudden, overwhelming fatigue that hits you out of the blue and doesn't seem to be tied to any physical or mental exertion. Next on our list is difficulty speaking or understanding speech. This may manifest as slurred speech, difficulty finding the right words, or even struggling to understand what others are saying. It's as if the communication link between your brain and your mouth has been disrupted. The third silent stroke sign is sudden changes in vision. This could involve blurring, double vision, or loss of vision in one or both eyes. It's as though a veil has been dropped over your eyes, affecting your ability to see clearly. These signs might seem benign, but they can be indicative of a silent stroke. Moving on, the fourth sign of a silent stroke is unexplained dizziness or a sudden loss of balance. This isn't your everyday clumsiness or a simple case of vertigo. We're talking about a sudden out-of-the-blue sensation of the room spinning around you. It's as if you're standing still, but the world isn't. The fifth sign takes us to sudden balance loss. Imagine walking on a tightrope and suddenly feeling as though you're about to tumble. It's that unexpected stumble, a step that doesn't land where it should, or a sense of instability. Lastly, we have the sixth sign, a sudden, severe headache. This isn't your typical headache or migraine. It's an abrupt thunderclap headache that comes out of nowhere and hits you like a lightning bolt. It's intense, it's severe, and it's not something to brush off. Recognizing these signs early could be your key to preventing irreversible damage. The seventh silent stroke sign that needs immediate attention is sudden numbness or weakness in the face, arm, or leg. This numbness typically affects one side of the body. It's as if someone has drawn a line down the middle of your body, and one side just doesn't respond as it should. This can be a rather disconcerting experience, but it's essential not to panic. Instead, get medical help immediately. Now let's move on to the eighth sign, sudden confusion or trouble understanding. You might find yourself in the middle of a conversation, struggling to keep up or completely losing track of what's being said. Simple tasks may become challenging, and you may struggle to comprehend simple written or spoken words. This sudden cognitive disruption is not a sign to overlook. The ninth sign is sudden trouble walking. This isn't about feeling a little clumsy or tripping over a rogue shoe in the hallway. We're talking about sudden dizziness, loss of balance or coordination, or an unexplained stumble. Your legs may feel heavy, or you might find it hard to lift your feet. It's as if your body is not obeying your brain's commands. Finally, the 10th sign is sudden trouble seeing in one or both eyes. This could be a sudden blurring, dimming, or loss of vision. It might seem as if a curtain is being drawn over your field of vision. This isn't something that can be shrugged off as a mere inconvenience. It's a serious sign that requires immediate medical attention. Never ignore these signs. Early recognition is crucial in preventing the severe consequences of a silent stroke. Remember, the key to overcoming this silent threat lies in your hands. Knowledge is power. These signs are your body's way of signaling a possible silent stroke. Listen to your body and take action promptly. Let's keep the conversation going and continue to spread awareness, because in the end it's not just about surviving, it's about living well. We've covered a lot of ground today, and it's essential to remember these silent stroke signs. These are signs that might be easy to dismiss, but could potentially save your life, or the life of someone you love. Let's take a moment to refresh our memories. The first three signs we discussed were unexpected fatigue, sudden trouble seeing in one or both eyes, and unexplained dizziness or loss of balance. If you find yourself or someone else experiencing these symptoms, it's critical not to brush them off as mere tiredness or a momentary lapse. Then, we moved on to signs 4 through 6. Difficulty speaking or understanding speech. a sudden severe headache with no known cause, and numbness or weakness in the face, arm, or leg, especially on one side of the body. These signs are often mistaken for other conditions, but they could indicate a silent stroke. Finally, we talked about the last 4 signs: confusion or trouble understanding, trouble walking or a lack of coordination, sudden trouble with memory, concentration, or cognitive function, and an unexplained change in personality or mood. These are not just signs of aging or stress, they could be a silent call for help from your body. Each of these signs is a potential red flag that should not be ignored. If you or someone you know experiences any of these symptoms, even if they seem to go away, it's essential to seek immediate medical help. Silent strokes often go unnoticed until it's too late, but with this knowledge, you could recognize one before it drastically changes your life. Remember, these strokes can happen to anyone, at any time. No one is immune. But recognizing them early could be your key to prevention. Don't ignore these silent signals. They might just be the most important signs you'll never want to overlook. Remember, knowledge is your first line of defense. Stay vigilant and stay healthy.